And welcome to the Weekend Jazz Update with Jashanti Silva. On this week's episode, it's all about singer-songwriter Laufey. Laufey is a jazz singer hailing from Iceland. From an early age, she mastered the art of cello and violin playing, and then in later years took up jazz music. She's also inspired by the classical works of Chopin and Ravel. Laufey says she tries to bridge the gap between classical and jazz in her music, renditions of the great American songbook delivered with a classical theme. Laufey's success as a jazz singer was iconic. She landed a scholarship at the Berklee College of Music after her vocals made waves as a teenager. Then she took up songwriting. She'd compose songs that were part jazz and part R&B. Around that time, COVID-19 hit and made touring and live performances impossible. So Laufey took to social media to spread her music. Her songs became chart-topping successes and won her millions of fans across the world. In 2024, she won a Grammy for her album Bewitched. So that was some insight into the life and times and best hits of Laufey. More details coming up. Also coming up, some trending festival and album news. Stay tuned to the Weekend Jazz Update with Jashanti Silva to find out more. We'll be right back after some music. And welcome to the Weekend Jazz Update with Jashanti Silva. On this week's episode, it's all about singer-songwriter Laufey. During this hour, we're going to be talking about her biography. Laufey is a jazz singer hailing from Iceland. In her early days, she traveled between USA and Iceland. Her family were into music. At an early age, she mastered the art of cello and violin playing. She then got inspired by her father's love of jazz. He'd listen to Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday albums. And Laufey took to jazz music as a full-time profession. Laufey is inspired by a mix of jazz and classical. She's also a big adherent of works by Ravel and Chopin, and it's that mingling of jazz and classical that Laufey says inspires her music. By her teenage years, Laufey was already a singing sensation with her captivating vocals. She later landed a scholarship at the Berklee College of Music, one of the most prestigious musical colleges in the world. After graduating, she moved to the US, where she took up a new hobby, songwriting. She'd combine a mix of jazz and R&B into her compositions. At that time, COVID-19 hit and she was unable to tour extensively as she started out. So Laufey took to Instagram and TikTok to showcase her singing. Mainly she'd perform original jazz classics, also some that she composed. Her music took the world by storm. She soon racked up millions of fans on social media. Her debut single, Street by Street, topped the Icelandic charts upon release. In 2021, Laufey released an album called Typical of Me. The album featured 3 of her signature classics, Best Friend and Something New. The next year, she released another album called Everything I Know About Love. The album topped the charts upon release. The next year, she embarked on a tour of North America, performing alongside the Icelandic Symphony Orchestra. The album for that event went on to peak at number 3 on the Billboard Jazz charts upon release. The next year, she topped the charts again with her album Bewitched. The album went on to win her a Grammy for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Performance in 2024. More great albums by Laufey include A Night at the Symphony Hollywood Bowl. This one saw her performing at the Hollywood Bowl alongside the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra. And an album called A Very Laufey Holiday featuring her alongside pop singer Dodie. Welcome back to the Weekend Jazz Update with Jashanti Silva. On this week's episode, it's all about Laufey, her life and times and best hits. Now it's time for some trending album news. The Matthew Alec and the Soul Electric group are famous for their jazz fusion music. Their music is a mix of jazz, pop and funk. The group have been nominated for Cleveland's Best Jazz Group for 2024. Their debut album, Cleveland Time, released in 2021, was a massive success, topping the US and Canada jazz charts. So they are now out with their 4th album. This one's another jazz fusion masterpiece, an exciting live album featuring their performance alongside Grammy-nominated Greg Banaszak, legendary singer-songwriter Jeremy Volz and more. Some of the tracks on the album: Blue Train, Gravity, Blues to McCoy and more. So this album's going up for grabs on July 25th. For more information, please visit www.matthewalec.com. This is the Weekend Jazz Update with Jashanti Silva. On this week's episode, it's about singer-songwriter Laufey, her life and times and best hits. During this hour, we're going to be talking about some of her best songs of all time. Here's a quick recap of what's coming up. The first one's called Like the Movies. This song has a very cinematic appeal. The track blends romance and nostalgia. This one's a song rooted in a desire for an unrealistic but dreamy romance that she has only seen in the movies. Another song called Bewitched. This was the title track from her 2nd album of the same name. The album went on to win her a Grammy nomination for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. In the lyrics, Laufey's fallen in love and is bewitched by the spell her lover casts on her. Another song called Second Best. This one's another mournful song where Laufey is singing about a past relationship. She was deeply in love with her partner, but he always saw her as second best. A song called Falling Behind. This one's a great ballad by Laufey. She's looking for a partner she can share her hopes and dreams with, and yet the world around her is moving too fast for her. She's feeling stuck in her situation. and a song called Valentine. This one's a song about finding love for the first time and the fears and doubts that go along with it. A song about hope, also of doubts, love and uncertainty mingled in the lyrics. And this is the Weekend Jazz Update with Shanti Silva. On this week's episode, it's all about Laufey, her life and times and best hits. During this hour, we're going to be talking about more of her best songs of all time. The first one's called Like the Movies. This song has a very cinematic appeal. The track blends romance and nostalgia. Laufey's lyrics paint a beautiful picture which is brought to life by her vocals. This song's a great musical narrative. In this song, Laufey is singing about a love that's so close yet so far, like a movie romance. In her ideal view of that romance, she's sneaking into bookstores with her lover, dancing in the rain with him and going clubbing with him. So it's a song rooted in a desire for an unrealistic but dreamy romance that she has only seen in the movies. And it's all left her very disillusioned. So this one's a song that also shines a light on how movies and popular culture shapes people's fantasies of love and romance. Another song called Bewitched. This one's the title track from her second album of the same name, another song that showcases her amazing musical storytelling skills. The album went on to win her Grammy nomination for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. This is another song about newfound love. In the lyrics, Laufey has fallen in love and is bewitched by the spell that her lover casts on her. The vocals combined with the lyrics create a mesmerizing fairy tale backdrop. The singer is new to the experience of falling in love and finds everything so enchanting. Another song called Second Best. This one's another mournful song where Laufey is singing about a past relationship. She was deeply in love with her partner, but he always saw her as second best. The singer is regretting that she hadn't realized that earlier, how he'd always flirt with other women, and then she realized it was too late to change matters. The singer is singing while watching her partner dream at night, thinking about the past. Also, the lyrics talk about the aftermath of that relationship. The singer has moved on with her life and feels a new sense of liberation and elation, and yet she's always looking back at the past, reminiscing about whether they could reconcile. Another song called Falling Behind. This one's a great ballad by Laufey. She creates a beautiful atmosphere with her soul-stirring lyrics and vocals. This song paints a dual picture, one of happiness and the other of sorrow and isolation. So it so happens that the singer has just moved to a new city. All around her, people are having fun and starting new relationships. She's trying to find her place in that panorama and yet feels bogged down and stuck. So it's a bird's eye view of the world, looking at the picture from outside and wanting to be a part of the fun and yet being outside it all. She's looking for a partner she can share her hopes and dreams with, somebody to lean on. And yet the world around her is moving too fast for her. So this one's a sad song about the heartbreak of being left behind in a fast-moving world. The lyrics are very thoughtful, introspective as the singer sings about her plight. Another song called Valentine. This one's a song about the start of something new. The singer's met somebody she's fallen in love with and it's the start of a new beginning. But it all feels very novel to her. She has rejected affection for years and now she feels strange accepting it finally. So as a result of that, she struggles to connect with her partner even when he tells her she's pretty. And yet with every passing moment, she finds herself growing into that new relationship. Her new romance has taken her unawares and she's losing herself to that love. And that's her experience of finding her Valentine for the first time. So this one's a song about finding love for the very first time and the fears and doubts that go along with it. A song of hope, also of doubts, love and uncertainty mingled in the lyrics. And this is the Weekend Jazz Update with Shanti Silva. On this week's episode, it's about Laufey, her life and times and best hits. Now it's time for some trendy music news. So it's good news for aspiring jazz musicians. The Sarah Vaughan International Jazz Vocal Competition is now taking entries. The Sarah Vaughan International Jazz Competition is all about enabling solo artists to take their music to the world. Participants must submit a solo work of music before September 2nd, 2025. The top 5 finalists will be announced shortly afterwards. The finale takes place on the New Jersey Performing Arts Center stage in New Jersey. So this contest is open to any aspiring singer from all over the world above the age of 18. So here's the criteria on which participants will be judged: vocal quality, musicality, technique, performance, individuality, artistic interpretation and ability to swing. The grand final will take place at the iconic New Jersey Performing Arts Center with a panel of judges comprising Tony-nominated singer Ann Hampton-Callaway, Grammy-nominated trumpeter John Faddis, Grammy-nominated jazz vocalist Nena Freelon and more. So this competition has its roots in the story of legendary jazz singer Sarah Vaughan. She hailed from Newark, New Jersey. She rose to fame after winning a singing contest. So this contest pays tribute to Sarah Vaughan and past winners include Cyril Ime, Jasmine Horn, Ashley Smith, Samara Joy and others. For more information, please visit www.sarahvaughancompetition.com. So that was some trending music news on the Weekend Jazz Update with Jashanti Silva. We're going for a short break. We'll be right back after that. When we come back, we're going to be talking about more of Laufey's best songs of all time. Stay tuned.